Good morning, everyone. Today we give recognition to St. Augustine of Canterbury, who was the bishop. He was a man who worked pretty much tirelessly and mostly successfully, I think, at evangelizing and converting England to Christianity. That sort of gives us a realization that places like England were not open to Christianity at that stage. And so he went back working very hard at that. He's a man who lived around about the 6th century. So things were not wonderfully peaceful, but nevertheless he was able to achieve things in the time that he was there. Mark's Gospel picks up on another theme that we encountered on Thursday last week. There was a reading from James's letter. And so James is a guy who really just doesn't hold back his punches at all. And it talks about people who have wealth and sort of saying, if you allow those sorts of things to preoccupy you, then there's not a good place for you in heaven, unfortunately. So we need to just look at that. It's in Mark's Gospel, he also gives us the analogy of it'll be easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. We know about that reading. But I think it's important that we just understand that we need to keep things in perspective. We've just got to make sure that we balance things. The world needs wealth. We need something to be ambitious towards. But we must make sure that that doesn't become a god on its own, and that the eternal God doesn't get left out of our lives. So our attitude to whatever wealth we may have been able to glean in our lives must be one that allows us to be generous, magnanimous, and to be able to share that with others rather than simply building up our own empire. So it's attitude towards wealth that's important, not necessarily the wealth itself. It's kind of saying, well, wealthy people must all be bad. Well, that's rubbish. Because if it wasn't for wealthy people, we wouldn't be able to build churches, would we? It doesn't mean to say that bad people or poor people are bad either. There's some wonderfully generous and magnanimous people in terms of their time and their talents who don't necessarily have too much in their wallets. So it's attitude towards it, and let's just keep things in perspective. You have yourselves a wonderful day, and we'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.